Yo, what's up guys, I'm Yannick from the Producer School, and in this video we're taking a closer look at our ultimate Afro House producer pack, OASIS. Afro House has seen a rapid rise in popularity lately, with artists like Keinemusik, Black Coffee, Nitefreak, Wann and more leading the game. With OASIS, we are providing you with all the essential tools for you to create your next Afro House track, and it includes over 90 presets for Serum, a sample pack including drums, FX, percussion, drum loops and more, 3 unique Afro House project files made for FL Studio, Ableton Live and Logic Pro that you can use to learn or get inspired from. Then OASIS also has a vocal pack that includes over 40 Afro House style vocals, which are also 100% royalty free, so you can use them in your own productions. If you want to find out more information as well as some more previews for this pack, then use the link in the description or click the link over here, which goes to our website theproducerschool.com. Now here's a preview of the 3 project files that are available inside OASIS. Now let's go over the Serum sound bank for OASIS. There's a total of over 90 presets in the pack, and if I open up the full list, we have basses, drums, leads, plugs, sequences and synths. Let's start off with some basses. I'm just picking out some of my favorite presets that are in the pack, and if you want to have some more previews for the presets, then check out the page on our website. The first bass I'm going to show you is a square bass. It's a really simple and basic bass, but simple sounds usually work the best in Afro House. So this is what it sounds like. For every preset we create, we also include macros, so you can change up some parameters really quickly. For instance, open up the cutoff, add some more delay, or remove it, or add some drive maybe. Bass breadth is a really fat kind of step bass. Bass flashback is a more sustained bass, and you can hear a lot of these kind of basses in Afro House. Usually the drums are the most important, and the bass line is just only there to fill up the low end. And this is how it sounds. And I'm opening up the cutoff with mod wheel. We also include mod wheel modulations. Bass floor is a step bass. Let's add some punch with macro 2. Bass identity. Bass mangrove is a really deep sub bass, which is just really easy to put underneath your drums and have it fill the low end, with some proper sidechaining, of course. This is how it sounds. And it has some harmonics, so even on like devices like your phone, it's better hearable. You can also increase the drive. Makes it really distorted. Bass Milk took inspiration from Alex Wann's remix of Milkshake, and it's this Reese bass with another layer on top of it, which is a fifth note over here at oscillator B, and this adding this higher layer, which sounds like this. You can also make some octave jumps because there's portamento and you can make it glide. Bass Nova also has a fifth note in it, but this one is a little bit more fuzzy and noisy, and it sounds like this. Bass play is a deep bass that sounds like a tom drum. Let's add some distortion with Macro 2. Bass South was inspired by a track from Rampa called Le Good. Not sure if I pronounced it right, but anyways, this is how that bass sounds. Bass Underground is a Reese bass, but it's been made mono over here in the unison section. The width is set to all the way to 0, so it has better mono compatibility. Just lay it underneath your drums, let the drums do all the work for the groove, and this is just there to fill up the low end and add some drive. And then the last bass I'm going to show you is this bass with a mallet layer, which sounds like this. Since Afro House is mostly based around the drums, we also included some drum presets. This one is a kind of wood percussion that sounds like this. And you can control the level or the loudness of the sound with the MIDI velocity. Creates a more realistic effect. Then there is the shaker. Just hold in one note and it will repeat like this. Then there are some toms like this one. Let's move on to the leads. This one is called Charm and it's this flute sounding lead. Lead decisions. Lead ethical sounds a bit like a vocal chop, and this one works the best if you just let it stay on the root note of your track. as you can hear in a lot of Afro House tracks. Lead gentle. Lead Premier works really well for sustained and gliding melodies. Lead Rapture, you can already guess it. It was inspired by the Rapture Part 3 by Keinemusik and Black Coffee, and it sounds like this. Lead Synth is a more effect sounding lead, which you can use to introduce a unique sound, and it sounds like this. And this is lead Whispers. Let's go over some plugs. This one is called Cameroon. Plug Century is also a melodic sounding plug. Plug Dedication. Plug Hideaway is a simple and short saw plug, which you can use as a kind of synth percussion. It also has velocity modulations to it, so you can create some interesting patterns with your velocity. You can also make it shorter with macro Wann and automate that. Plug Mayan. Plug Pyramid is this really powerful analog sounding plug, and it goes like this. And then plug Yours. Then we have some sequences that can help you start building a track quickly, like this one. Is a kind of synth loop. Or this one. You can just hold in one note and tweak this macro. Sequence Groovy. Looping. Sequence Starter. And sequence Synth-cussion. Let me show you some synths. This first synth is called Align. Synth Devote. Synth Papaya. Synth River is this really cool noisy pad, which kind of moves around. And then the final synth I'm going to show you is called Sirens, and it's a pad that you can use in the background of your tracks. Works really well on the high octaves. It's kind of atmosphere. Now let's check out the sample pack of Oasis. We first got some piano loops with MIDI files included. And they are also key labeled and BPM labeled. They are amazing to start your track with, get an ID going pretty quickly. Same counts for the synth loops, like these. And the MIDI files for these loops is also included. Inside the sample pack you will find some bass shots, which are samples. The drum loop folder is divided into a few different folders, like the head folder, which includes some acoustic head loops and normal head loops. Here are some acoustic head loops. Some more synth head loops, or white noise. Then there's a total of 20 percussion loops like these. Shaker loops. Tom loops. And finally some top loops. Then moving on to the drums, which are the one shots. We got all the essentials like claps, closed heads, 20 kicks, open heads, percussion sounds, which are a lot, 40 in total. And that's because a lot of the Afro House tracks are based around the percussion. They are really important. We've got some shakers, snares, and then finally some toms for the drums. In the effects folder you will find some ambient sounds, which are like textures that you can layer underneath your tracks. Atmospheres, which are more like drones. Downlifters, just simple white noise based. Impacts. And uplifters. And then just like the bass shots, there are some synth shots as well, which are also key labeled. And one of my favorite things about Oasis is that we teamed up with a singer from Africa and created some really cool Afro House style vocal loops. There's a total of 20 wet loops and a total of 20 dry loops, something like that. Here's a preview of how they can sound like. They are 100% royalty free, by the way, so you can use them in your own productions and release it on like all major streaming services. And you can hear some more vocals in the project files as well. And that's everything about Oasis. If you have any questions about the spec, then just drop a comment and we will try to get back to you on there and help you with your questions. If you want to check out more information about the pack, then use the link in the description. We can't wait to see what you guys will producing with this pack. And for now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next video.